Oh! Oh! Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, Jesus!
It's a mort sandwich in the taco van.
Green, green, green.
And we're off.
Ooh, it's gonna feel like the
Oh, Jesus! Sweet Jesus!
Oh, don't hit the brakes on it! Ow!
Still next to you, still next to you. Still there. Oh, yeah. You're clear, you're clear.
Holy shit, that was like some John Rambo shit.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I think this warrants a recording.
Hey guys, Modified 666 here, and we're back in some X-Plane 11. This time we're going to be going for our Cat 2 rating. And now again, the Airfoil Labs Cesna 172. For the Cat 2, it's a little bit more difficult, so let's get the proper one up here. So for the Cat 2, we fly out of New Kiama that we just landed in the previous video, L88, and we fly into St. Louis County Regional Airport, or St. Louis Obispo, which is down here, KSBP. So if we go to Sky Vector here, we got that set up. Take off out of New Kiama here, fly down this valley, use the Fellows VOR, again as a reference. Once we get out of here, this valley here, we'll fly west a bit, and then we'll fly north. We want to be looking at about 10 miles around this airport to be getting in contact with them. Got a couple of areas that they want us to avoid. Wildlife areas to our north here, so we will make sure that once we get out of this valley, we do go east. Correction, west. We do go west, away from those wildlife areas, and then we'll be coming in from the south. So that's the plan anyway. Looking at New Kiama, the CTAF is 122.9. We will need that to announce our departure. And then coming over here, St. Louis Tower 124.0. We'll need to get in contact with them when we're 10 miles out, say where we are, what we're planning on doing, and that we're coming in for the Cat 2. So, fingers crossed this all works as intended. And let's jump in and get our plan ready. So, down here we'll get some batteries on. Again, the Master Avionics. I swear I turned them off, but I'm guessing it's loading in the plane. It just defaults them on. Anyway, let's get our mixture full. Make sure our fuel cutoff is in. That's good. Get you to there. We'll beacon on. Nav lights on. Fuel pump on.
The engine seems ideally primed.
And she starts up beautifully. Cool. Okay, so that's that. Let's get some tools on here. Get your standby. Set standby. Put in 1200 in there. Turn you on. That's ready to go. DME on. Alright, so we're just waiting on this to wake up. There we go. 122.9 is already set from our previous flight, so what we need is 124.0. 124.0 is the St. Louis Tower. Correction! We're going to want to put in 120.6 first, which is the ATIS information. So we'll put that in radio 2 here. 120.6. Now, can I listen to that?
San Luis Co RGNL information Tango.
Perfect. Okay, so that's fine. Now that's all good. Then we want 124.0. There we go. Okay, that's beautiful. So let's go to the menu. We want to clear. No, that one. Clear. Enter, and we want to go to from there to K S S S S S S S S B P MNOP. San Luis Regional. There we go. Beautiful. And enter that. And accept that. There we go. Okay. So we're at L88 at the moment. I'll be fine. We will do that. We will go no. No. We will do that. And that. Okay. That's ready to go. And so that's a start with that one. Alright. So, what do we need now? We need to make sure we've got 122.9 set up there. We've got this one set up for the ATIS for KSP. Now let's actually quickly do a file of flight plan, or we actually need to connect to Pilotedge. Let's connect.
Connected to Pilotedge.
Okay, so give that a second to connect, and then we need Pilotedge file flight plan. We are going from L88 to KSBP. We will go back at 4,500, and we'll put down Cat 2 on that remarks, because we are flying the opposite direction, so we want to be at even altitudes. So that's fine, and then we'll file VFR for that. Beautiful. So that's that. My sim is having a moment, having a little think about its life. Now, it's really struggling today. I don't know what's... Something's loading in. It's potentially just some stuff with Pilotedge. Now, having a look at this, based off that wind, we're definitely going to want to back taxi down to 2.8. So that's going to be something we're going to have to take into consideration with our call outs to Nukiyama. So anyway, let's get back in the plane. Turn our parking brake off. Actually, one thing we will double check: 117.5. That is set, so that's fine. Okay. Oh, I'll lock my chair in place so that I'm not rocking back and forward. Get my views centered again. And put that on for the moment. Bring them forward a bit. Okay. Nukiyama traffic. Skyhawk 85 Sierra Mike. Back taxi runway 10 to runway 2 out for straight out south departure. Nukiyama. Okay, so let's all clear that side. All clear that side. Let's make sure we actually get our strobe on this time. Put our taxi lights on. Not that we actually need them in the daytime, but we'll put them on anyway. And we'll get first notch of flaps in. Ready for takeoff. It's going to be a little bit of a taxi, but we don't want to be taken off with the tailwind. We could do it, but definitely makes life a little bit more challenging. You actually have to be going a lot higher ground speed to get the wind speed over your wings, whereas with a headwind, you're flying directly into the wind, so you get a much more better lift. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the takeoff roll. Alright, here we are. So we're down the other end of the runway. I'm gonna have to do a nice little flick turn, so fingers crossed we can actually do this without having to drive off into the grass, so to speak. And spin, baby. Go, 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 go. Yeah, we got this. We're fine. Like a glove. Cool. Nikiyama traffic, Skyhawk 85 Sierra Mike, taking off runway 28, straight out west departure, Nikiyama. Oh. Oh damn, those kind of feel like I need to work on the sensitivity of my rudder pedals a bit. They seem a bit over the top at the moment. Anyway, we are airborne. Take our flaps in. Trim for a little bit of nose up. That wind though, that wind's banging us around a bit. Okay. Positive climb. Let's get the taxi and landing lights off. Let's get the autopilot in heading mode. Alright. That's vertical speed we want up, and we want to we want to arm the altitude. And okay, altitude is now armed. Jesus. This little autopilot system tends to be a little finicky sometimes, so especially when you've got little buttons that you're trying to hit while you're climbing. So at 3.5, I kind of feel like maybe 6.5 might be better, but we came in at 5.5, so we got 4.5 to get away from this airport. Or let's go for 6.5. Bugger it. Let's climb out of here. We'll get a bit more altitude in our belt. Alright, so what we're looking for, let's have a quick look at this for the moment. We are looking for the 267 radial out of Fellows. Will be the end of the valley here or thereabouts. So in here we shall assign this to over here. That's 2. Want to say 267 or 260? 267. So almost due west. About there. That line will come in. We are sort of flying that direction at the moment, but that'll mean we will be making a slight turn. So probably want to go down on our feet per minute slightly. Make sure we're holding our climb speed. I don't really want that speed to drop too much more. Confirm the flaps are in. Look at this mixture a bit. I can come out. There's a bit more performance. We are we're moving. Now, I do have to say, this plane is absolutely fantastic. This is the Airfoil Labs Cesna 172, as you can see by that wing there. One of the highest detailed Cessnas on the market available. I will put a link in the description below if you are interested in purchasing this plane. Has a lot of things that you can take advantage of. We are 1,000 feet to go in our climb, so you got things like maintenance here. All of this stuff, things like the fuel injectors, the spark plugs up here, all those. If you have all your faults set on and you overfly the plane, or you don't trim the big screw out properly, those spark plugs will foul up. And the engine will start having some issues. You can kill your battery if you sit on the ground too long with your master battery switches on, but not the ground power plugged in. So that's another thing you got to be mindful of, and then have to replace the battery. So really cool little plane, 6,000 feet. Now, one thing we want to do is actually we want to get this VOR plugged in too. That's the St. Louis, which is on. That's the information for the 112.4 Morro Bay. So in here we will go 112.4, and we are getting up to our cruise. Altitude is confirmed armed. There we go, we've gone into altitude hold mode. So the plane will balance itself out now. Possibly pull back on the power a bit. And what we can do now is we are well clear of the airfield, so we can actually switch over to we'll switch over to St. Louis, start listening into the tower. We are still quite a distance away, but we can get our
John Wayne
San Luis
clearance,
information
Cessna
tank.
Sky
2200 Zulu weather. Wind 280 at 20. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 2.0. Altimeter 298. Arriving runways 2925. Departing runways 2925. Advise on initial contact you have
2925 Tango. Okay. So I did switch that radio back because apparently listening to
2000, X-Square 4000 will terminate after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 4170.
clear to Avalon, heading 220 on takeoff. Then radar vector to Seal Beach, done as filed. Maintain 2000, expect 4010. Departure frequency 128.1, 4170 on the box. Cessna 32 Charlie.
Sky 32 Charlie, read back correct. Have request for the I-7.
Okay. Well, we're good. Alright, so he's doing one of his eye exams, which there are a whole bunch of different ones that are available. There are 11 CAT ratings, which are your VFR ratings. The next one will be a pattern work around St. Louis, which will be pretty cool. So, anyway, 124.0. Yeah. Closing in. Oh, right. So that speed's doing funny things because that speed is based off your tracking to and away from the thing. That's what confused me. Anyway, we're 3.4 miles from the VOR, which is probably out there somewhere. Quite possibly in that dirt patch right there. And we are still flying down the valley, so there's those mountains there. Chances are we're probably going to want to turn south in and around here somewhere. Not south, sorry. West, more west. probably to around 250, maybe a bit more. We'll wait till we get down over this area over here. Still flying down the valley quite nicely. What we will do is do that, keep that. 275 is the actual heading now to get to the airfield. So yeah, we are airfield's off that way. We do want to head slightly down from it because we want to be coming in, as you can see. Whoops. We want to be coming out of here, down here, and then coming in for a straight in on 2.5. So that will be the plan anyway. Whether it turns out that way will be another thing. But we're putting along nicely. Plane actually seems to be trimmed down to right. Oh, I don't want to cut that mixture back too much more.
Downwind ground, Cessna 4732 Charlie at the signature ramp east, ready for taxi.
Sky 4732 Charlie, John ground, runway 20 left, taxi via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo.
20 left via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo, Cessna 3 Alpha, 32 Charlie, thank you.
So that should start tracking over soon. When that gets up to about 10, that's when we want to make our left turn and probably want to head probably around 2.1, I reckon, until we see that going to about 2.5 is the heading we want to be heading towards St. Louis. If we can. Runway 25 was the runway in use, I believe. We will double check that again with an updated ATIS information as we are getting a little closer. What we actually need to do is this. We need to 112.4 on you as well. 112.4? Yes. Good. It's interesting. There we go. Okay, yep. So that means to fly away from the fellows at the moment, we want to be doing a 2.5 radial. So we're not far from that one coming in at the moment. Actually, what we might do is we're going to switch this one over. Maybe. There we go. And one's due west, so that one's on that radial 267 that we're looking for. So that will come over shortly. So we are getting close to the end of that valley. 7.1, so 2.9 miles to at the that marker. 2.8 now. St. Louis is up over there. Leave us behind those mountains there. So what we want to do is get over this way a bit. And then turn, so we'll make a left turn shortly. Here it goes, it's starting to move. Very, very slowly. But that means that radial's coming in. 1.8 miles, 1.7 now. As that gets closer to 10, that will get closer to the straight up. And we will turn to, I reckon, probably about 240, 230. I reckon 230 should be enough. And then what we want to do is we want
Downwind power, Cessna 4732 Charlie, holding short at kilo 20 left.
Sky 4732 Charlie, downwind tower, 1180 at 8, runway 20 left, kilo, clear for takeoff.
20 left, clear for takeoff, Cessna 32 Charlie.
Okay, here it comes. It's starting to move. Anyway, we're gonna make our turn now. We're gonna do heading. Whoops, wrong way. Let's go for a heading of 230 with our left turn. I'll fly this way for a bit. And what we want to do is keep an eye on this. So, direct is 273 at the moment. What we want to try and do is actually probably a little more. We'll go for a 220. So we are slowly tracking towards it. But we want to get on the 250, which is going to be out there from the airport. So we want to fly a bit this way. Now, question will be, is that direct heading going to update for us? Probably not. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it. 250 is east of the field. That's interesting. That should be going the other way. Have I got my maths backwards? Let's have a look.
John Tower, Charlie
Charlie
Papa Juliet Kilo is 10 miles to the northwest, 3,500 inbound to land.
Charlie, cancel departure.
Visibility more than
29 and 25. That's what I'm looking for. 29.
Charlie Golf Papa Juliet Kilo, runway tower, right base, runway 20 right, and report turn final.
Red base 20 right, report turn to final. Charlie Golf Papa Juliet Kilo.
Advise on initial contact, you have Tango.
Okay. So the altimeter's changed again, so we'll do a slight whoop, go the right way. There we go. So it's 29 is the one we're going for, not 25. Got my runways mixed up. 29 is the one that's over here, 25 is going that way. Which makes more sense, to be honest. 282. Start making our turn back towards it now. The airport should be just over that hill there, somewhere in there. Another minute or so in this direction and then we should be fine for the just straight in. Now, having a look at my audio recordings, I'm hoping it's not too bad, but I am seeing a bit of peaking, as what seems to be happening is Audacity might be trying to auto gain the microphone a bit, and it just peaks initially on each start of each sentence. So if that's what it's doing, I'm sorry about that, guys, but hopefully it's not too bad as we get a load. 285, so close to making our turn towards the runway. It is out in there. Is that it there? Might be it there. You have a bit of a distance to go, but anyway, let's 287, that's good enough for me. Alright, let's make our turn towards 290, which is due west. And we'll do direct enter and 287, that's pretty good actually. We'll put that on GPS mode. And then we'll put you on nav, and that should fly me directly towards the airfield. And the airfield should be right there. Beautiful, I see it. Oh wow, slow down. That is the airfield, isn't it? There should be another runway there somewhere. So I think we want to actually go back to heading mode for a bit. Keep on that. Just keep an eye on that distance. 25.5 miles to go, so still a little bit of time. Let's actually switch that one over. According to this, it's 21 minutes to get to the VOR that is past St. Louis. So that is for the Morro Bay VOR. And now coming in from down here, we probably could have gone a bit further north and landed runway 25, but we'll be arrived. How we navigate is up to us. There's definitely runway 29 there. I don't see 25. That's the interesting part about it. Oh my god, I just lost the airfield. There it is. There's 25 right there. So actually come over the field. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to have a look at the St. Louis airport diagram. Maybe that is 25 that we're looking at.
Charlie Golf Papa Juliet Kilo, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 1808.
Clear to land, runway 20 right, Charlie Golf Papa Juliet Kilo.
That is the airfield, right? According to this looks backwards to me. There should be a runway there. Not there. So I'm wondering if there's another airfield somewhere that we're overlooking. And that's definitely the runway. Only thing I can think of is there is a texture glitch with X-Plane. Alright, well we are coming in on it, so That's the only field I see out there at the moment. Okay. So if we're landing runway 29, we want to be trying to get off at East or Foxtrot. I get it now. This is why I'm getting confused. Yep. So this is 29 down here. The airport diagram was upside down, according to the way we're looking at it. That makes more sense now. Ah, yep. So that is runway 25. That's going off that way. So that's fine. That's good. We got this. We're going in the right direction. Go nav. And we're probably going to want to start descending a bit. We are on the glide scope now, so if we go down to 4,000 vertical speed, we'll set that down there, and then we'll arm the altitude. We'll quickly check.
San Luis Co.
Tango is still valid. 2990. Beautiful. And nothing is around us, so we're looking good on that front. Okay, I want to go about the 12-mile mark. I'll call into the tower just before we get the 10-mile radius. So okay, so let's have a quick look at this. If we want to try land and get off at Foxtrot Echo, and we want to go to transient parking right there, which is just below the tower. So notification, we're coming to altitude. And what are we now? 15, so still a little bit to go. Uh, 15 should be fine. St. Louis Tower, Skyhawk 85 Sierra Mike, 15 miles east inbound for full stop, Cat 2.
Or 568 Romeo Sierra St. Louis Tower, make sure they runway 29 report 3 mile final.
Confirm call sign for the last call for 85 Sierra Mike. I think she said the wrong call sign.
November 85 Sierra Mike, St. Louis Tower, make sure they run 29er, report 3 mile final.
Straight in 29er, report 3 mile final on 85 Sierra Mike. Okay, there we go. That's right, just wanted to make sure she was giving that information to me. So, straight in 29er. I think we want to keep descending. Yeah, get our landing lights on. Make sure it can come to Rich. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. So what we want to do is we want to try land and we want to try get off here. Can we see the tower? It's a transient parking there. I don't think I have any textures for St. Louis. Might have to go find one. I'll find one before the next flight. Yeah, still 11 miles to go, so let's say we are going down right? Yeah, we are.
San Diego clearance, Epic November 630 Alpha Juliet.
Epic 360 Alpha Juliet, number clearance, go ahead.
I'm fairly certain I followed my flight plan with the wrong aircraft type. Can you amend that, or would you like me to refile? 0 Alpha Juliet.
There's 630 Alpha Juliet. I can make the change on my end. It's pretty simple. Stand by. But there's Alpha Juliet. There's actually no canyons definitely outside of the tech system, and there's no like preferred routing or anything. What you have followed would be fine.
It was the wrong aircraft type that I thought I messed up. I think I put the aircraft Pipistrel Panthera instead of the Epic. Did I file the correct aircraft?
0 Alpha Juliet. Okay, yes, it was filed under the Pipistrel. Are you the Epic 1000 or Epic Victory?
The Epic E1000, man.
Epic 630 Alpha Juliet, clear to Canyon Airport, quarter 7 departure to roll in transition and this file, climb exit, except maintain 8000. Expect flight level 21010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6 and squawk 4747.
Right, clear to the Grand Canyon National Park by the Border 7 departure, Julian transition, then it's filed. Climb by a SID, set maintain 8000, expect to 1000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 4747, 0 Alpha Juliet.
Okay, so
Epic 0 Alpha Juliet, we are correct.
I'm going to slow down my descent rate a little bit. I want to back off on that speed a bit. We are 6.9, so we've got to report a 3-mile final. We've actually gone below the glide slope, but I mean we're in the Skyhawk. It's the glide slope's not that big a deal for us. Don't want to descend too fast, too quickly. 6 mile final. So what we want to do is we want to get St. Louis ground in, which will be let's do this. Ground 121.6. They may not tell us to go over to it, but I would like to have it ready just in case. 5 mile, we're still good. There's the tower. That's where we want to be parking just after that. So we are slightly askew of the runway, but that's an easy fix. Okay, 4 mile final. Give it another mile. I want to be just in under 4 miles, and I'll report a 3 mile final. Okay, so there's our. I'm gonna get flaps 1. Get a bit more power so we don't completely stop. Putting on. Okay. .8, that'll be close enough. St. Louis Tower and Skyhawk 85 Sierra Mike inbound 29's for 3 mile final.
River 85 Sierra Mike, runway 29 clear to land, and 31020, guess 29er.
Clear to land, runway 29 for 85 Sierra Mike. Autopilot off, my aircraft. Flaps 2. Bit high on the glide slope now, but that's alright, we can do that. Make sure it's full rich. We'll lose a bit more speed, get our final flaps in. Some nose billows a bit. Bit of a crab going. Losing too much speed there. There you go, that's what we want.
And Henderson Ground. Epic 352 Quebec November IFR over to Ontario.
Bit high. Ooh, here we go.
Epic 5, correction, Epic 352 Quebec November Henderson Ground. Clear to Ontario International Airport. Palais 4, departure. To Palais, as filed. Climb via SID. Expect 10,000 with 0 minutes after departure. Squawk 2233.
Alright, Epic 352 Quebec November is cleared to the Ontario International via the Palais 4. Palais then is filed. Climb via the SID. Expect 10,000 10 minutes after departure. 2233. Epic 352 Quebec November.
Epic 2 Quebec November, read back correct.
Sentinels Tower 85 Sierra Mike, clear runway 29 at Foxtrot for transit.
Number 5 Sierra Mike, taxi to Bracket via Alpha, remain this frequency, and that is a pass. Disregard.
Taxi to transit via Alpha this frequency, and thanks for the pass 85 Sierra Mike. Okay, well that's good. So this is Alpha. We literally want to go right here, please, plane.
85 Sierra Mike, yes, that is a pass for the Cat 2.
Thank you very much, 85 Sierra Mike. And then we will pop in over here. And there we go. So we will, that's a pass for the Cat 2, which is awesome. So we shall park ourselves up here, shut this plane down. Alright, so we'll pull the mixture out.
The engine seems ideally primed.
Cut that off. Strobe, beacon. Whoops. Beacon off, please. Thank you. Kill some avionics. And done. Okay, so we can turn the battery off now. And we're all good. Welcome to beautiful St. Louis. Just underneath the tower here. So yeah, that's runway 25 there. So we would have had a bit more of a taxi and had to have crossed 29. We could have potentially made that taxiway if we had landed short, but yeah, it was easier to taxi down to Foxtrot. So happy with that. If you guys are enjoying my content, please hit that like and subscribe button, and keep an eye out. I will continue the cat ratings. Next one will be the Cat 3. And yeah, so wish me luck, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, have a good one.